the Behemoth. This creature appears in the book of Job, where it's described with such vivid, larger-than-life detail that it raises a big question: what exactly was the Behemoth? Let's start by looking at what the Bible actually says about it. The Behemoth is introduced in Job 40:15 through 24, where God speaks directly to Job, using the Behemoth as an example of his unmatched power in creation. God describes the Behemoth as a creature of immense strength and size, so powerful that it lives without fear. In these verses, the Behemoth is portrayed with almost mythic characteristics. It's described as having a tail like a cedar. Now, let's think about that for a second. Imagine the cedar trees of Lebanon, known for their great height and strength, stretching towards the sky. This description implies that the Behemoth's tail is massive, possibly as tall and sturdy as one of these mighty trees. But it doesn't stop there. The text goes on to say, its bones are tubes of bronze, its limbs like bars of iron. This image of bronze bones and iron limbs gives us the impression of an indestructible creature. It's as if the Behemoth's body is made of metal, making it nearly invulnerable to any force that might try to subdue it. The Behemoth is also described as a peaceful herbivore, feeding on grass like an ox, and finding shelter under lotus plants in marshes and rivers. Despite its enormous size and power, it's presented as a calm creature, at home in the natural world, undisturbed by predators. And here's another fascinating detail. God says that the Behemoth drinks up a river and is not alarmed. It is confident though the Jordan rushes against its mouth. Picture that. A creature so unshakable that even a raging river doesn't faze it. The Behemoth isn't just powerful, it's completely at ease with the natural world, showing a self-assured strength that's almost serene. These descriptions paint the Behemoth as an unstoppable force, a symbol of strength, stability, and resilience. It's not just a creature but a reflection of the vast power of God's creation, a being so mighty and confident that it lives without fear of anything else in the world. In many ways, the Behemoth seems to serve as a reminder to Job and to all of us of the sheer scale and mystery of divine creation. So in just a few verses, the Bible gives us this intense and unforgettable image of the Behemoth, an untamable beast, too powerful for humans to control, yet perfectly at peace within God's creation. But what does this mean for Job and his story? Stick around as we dive deeper into the role this creature plays in the book of Job. Now that we've explored the physical description of the Behemoth, let's dive into why this creature even appears in the story of Job. What is its role, and why does God bring up the Behemoth when speaking to a man who's lost everything? The Behemoth appears in the book of Job as part of God's response to Job's suffering. After enduring intense loss and hardship, Job questions God's justice, wondering why a righteous person like himself would suffer so greatly. When God finally answers, rather than directly addressing Job's pain, he draws Job's attention to the wonders and mysteries of creation, including this formidable creature, the Behemoth. Through the Behemoth, God offers a reminder of the sheer scale of his creation, which is beyond human understanding. It's as if God is saying, "Look at this beast I created, a creature so powerful that you, Job, could never hope to control it, yet it lives harmoniously within my order." The Behemoth serves as a symbol of God's unchallenged power and the intricacy of his design, emphasizing that his wisdom and justice operate on a level far beyond human comprehension. God's message to Job isn't necessarily about explaining why he suffered, but about shifting his perspective. The Behemoth embodies the message that there are mysteries in life, forces and creatures that are part of a divine plan, yet entirely beyond our control. By presenting the Behemoth as an untamable creature, God is reminding Job that not everything in the universe is meant to be understood or controlled by humans. In a way, the Behemoth is a challenge to Job's view of himself in relation to God's creation. Job, in his suffering, felt he deserved answers and justice. But the Behemoth's presence suggests that divine justice is larger and more complex than human reasoning can grasp. It's a humbling moment, one that brings Job face to face with the limitations of his understanding. Through the Behemoth, God is essentially telling Job, if you cannot even fathom or control this one creature, how could you hope to grasp the full scope of my actions and decisions? The Behemoth serves as a metaphorical turning point, guiding Job and all of us toward humility, trust, and acceptance of the divine order, even when life doesn't seem fair or understandable. So we know that the behemoth serves as a powerful reminder to Job of his own limitations. But what deeper message does this creature carry about God's nature? Let's dig into how the behemoth stands as a symbol of divine power. The behemoth is more than just a creature of great size and strength. It's a symbol, a physical representation of God's unchallenged power and sovereignty over creation. By introducing the behemoth to Job, God is showcasing his ability to create beings that are beyond human control or understanding. Think about it. The behemoth isn't just big, it's unapproachable, untamable, and entirely invulnerable to human intervention. Its sheer existence serves as a testament to God's creativity and strength. By creating something as indomitable as the behemoth, God demonstrates that his power transcends human imagination. It's as if God is saying, "Look at what I can create, things so magnificent, so formidable, that they cannot be challenged by any human effort." This makes the behemoth a living symbol of God's authority. It's untamed because God's power is untamed. It can't be conquered because God can't be conquered. In a way, the behemoth represents the raw, unfathomable aspect of the divine, the part of God that isn't neatly boxed into human expectations or explanations. It's also important to note that the behemoth's power doesn't come from violence or chaos. It's not a creature of destruction, like Leviathan. Instead, it's a symbol of stability and strength. The behemoth stands as a reminder that God's power is not just about might, but also about the ability to create order and maintain balance within the natural world. In this context, the behemoth isn't meant to frighten or intimidate. It's meant to inspire awe. It's a declaration of God's limitless power to create life in all its forms, from the smallest detail to the grandest scale. This creature shows us that God's creation is vast and varied, containing wonders that we can barely begin to understand. So through the behemoth, God reveals his capacity to create things that are both magnificent and incomprehensible. It's a reminder of divine strength and stability, a symbol of a power that's not meant to be dominated, but to be respected and revered. But now let's get a bit more personal. Because the behemoth isn't just a reminder of God's power, it's also a profound lesson in humility for Job, and honestly, for all of us. Let's break down what this means. Imagine Job's situation. He's suffered unimaginable losses, questioned his faith, and demanded answers from God. Job believes he deserves an explanation for his suffering, something he can understand. But instead of a direct answer, God presents him with the behemoth, a creature so vast and incomprehensible that Job has no hope of ever understanding or controlling it. The behemoth, in a way, embodies everything Job can't control. It stands as a living, breathing reminder that there are limits to human power and understanding. Just as Job can't control this massive creature, he can't control or fully understand God's will. The behemoth then humbles Job by forcing him to confront the fact that he is just a small part of a much larger divine order. This lesson in humility is key to the entire story of Job. Through the behemoth, God is essentially saying, "Job, there are things in this world that are beyond you. My creation includes forces and beings that you cannot control, and that's okay." It's a reminder that, while human beings may seek control and understanding, we must also recognize our limitations and place our trust in something greater. The behemoth's calm and self-assured existence further reinforces this message. It isn't trying to dominate the world or interfere with other creatures. It simply is, thriving peacefully within God's order. In a way, the behemoth serves as a model for Job, showing him that peace comes from accepting one's place in the divine plan rather than fighting against it. For Job and for us, the behemoth reminds us to let go of the illusion of control. It's a call to humility, to recognize that we don't have to understand everything in order to find peace. Sometimes we're meant to trust, to have faith, and to find strength in knowing that there's a larger plan at work. So by presenting Job with the behemoth, God isn't just flexing his creative power. He's teaching Job and all of us that humility and acceptance are essential parts of faith. In the face of life's mysteries and challenges, sometimes the greatest strength lies in surrender.